Okay, folks, we're in here in the greenhouse at the workbench, and here's a branch of stevia. And stevia, you can buy seeds. The seeds are quite expensive, but it's really easy to root. And what I like to get myself a container, and one that has holes in so it drains, and that I can keep it well watered. And I like something that has a fair amount of depth of this soil. This one's probably, let's see, get my tape measure here. It says 7.5 inches if it's full, so we have about 7 inches of soil. And what I do is I will go take it like that. That's a little long, but with this it's okay. And we'll take the next one there, just so that you can see to get him in soil length. And you don't need rooting hormones for this. I mean, you know, it's these will root fairly easy. Now this is the stevia, and you can buy these plants, and if you have the money, well, you know, and you don't need to do this, but I do it because, well, we don't have the money, and this way I can. And seeds are expensive, and they're as fine as tobacco seed, flowering tobacco, and they're costly. And you know what? Unless you're really skilled at starting seeds that are fine, you know what? You might as well just go buy a plant. Your first plant will be your investment, and if you bring it in 2 weeks before you think it's going to frost, or if you think it's going to frost, go out and get some. Get your soil, and maybe in the spring I'll do a giveaway for my subscribers and the people that make comments. And I want to thank all those of you that make comments, and I apologize because for some reason I'm not being notified about some of the comments that are being posted. Well, there you see I got a container, and that one's of the stevia. And I like to, if you take the time to watch my videos, I certainly owe it to you to answer your comments. And if I don't know the comments, the other day I was going through it, and I happened to see that there was an uneven number on the thing. Now this is African blue basil, and I just took it there's several, just poke him in like that, you know. And what you don't want is, you could take these, but I always just trim the flower. And each one in between the leaves, I don't know if you can see in there or not, there's a little thing. And it'll just bush out. It'll get really nice and bushy. And just save the top little piece there and push it down in. And you go to buy this, some places, some years mine had frozen. I put it out too early, and I couldn't get it. It's not the easiest plant to get, at least not in our area. And it's the very cheapest I found. It was $4 for a little plant like this. And but anyway, back to the be able to, if we can do it, like to send some small plants out next spring when I do my cuttings. To me, this is fun. This is living. I love being in the garden. And hopefully this winter with the greenhouse, I will not have to be stuck in the house all the time, and I can be out here. And by the way, renovated the greenhouse some. I'm not finished. Give you a quick view here of the what we've done here. We have a garden bed in here. And of course the strawberries, we've been picking strawberries right along. And on the top row you can see that the heat was so intense in here this summer, even with the shade cloth on top, that it killed the top row of strawberries. But I have New Zealand spinach planted in there. I don't know if it shows up or not, but and in here we have our peppers. We eat peppers all the time, breakfast, dinner, and supper. And some Asian chilies in here, and I have 2 ghost chilies, and tomato plants. I pruned the tomatoes down, and they're going to need to grow back out. It looks kind of tough, but in a week or two it'll improve, and I'll keep you updated on that. Here's some I had started 2 days ago. If I can get this into frame, see what's in here. Here's stevia, and this is a deep bucket, but you can see, and it roots pretty quick. And here's a tray of African blue basil. I have, in last winter, I didn't have a greenhouse. I had 2 stevia. I took in 2 stevia cuttings and 2 blue basil cuttings, and all the blue basil and stevia I have this year were cuttings I did off of those cuttings in the spring. Well, you need to get, depending on where you live, if it's going to freeze in 2 weeks, here in Pennsylvania, we can get a frost in the middle of September. You need to get yourself stuff in unless you want to buy plants in the spring. But buying plants is not as much fun. Oh, and talking about plants, you want to try stevia. I tell you what. Now, when it's green like this, it has a slight chlorophyll taste. No calories, and it is way sweeter than sugar. This is really a miracle plant. Can't handle the cold, neither will the blue basil. And don't think, although you can get stevia seed, and it's real fine and hard to go, and it's expensive, you cannot get blue basil seed. It's a sterile plant. Doesn't make seed. The only way to propagate it is through cuttings. Hey, thanks for watching, and the Lord bless. And I want to thank all of you for making comments, and my subscribers. And I'm sorry if I don't know. I'll keep trying to find out. Look, I'm not computer savvy. I don't know a whole lot about it, and it frustrates me. But sometimes I get notifications, other times I don't. Thanks for watching. Lord bless.